Placement of prepositions. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify the placement or position of prepositions in sentences, identify the omission of prepositions in sentences, rewrite sentences by changing the position of a preposition or omitting a preposition. Zizi, look what I found while cleaning the cupboard today. It's your favorite football.
Oh, I haven't seen it for a very long time. Thanks for finding it, Daddy.
Don't you want to play with it for some time? You have been studying since an hour.
No, I can't play now.
What's the matter, dear?
I missed the class on placement of prepositions yesterday since I did not go to school. And now I have to complete the exercise all by myself.
Let me see if I can help you.
Oh, really, Daddy? Thank you so much.
While Dad helps Zizi complete her homework on placement of prepositions, let us understand all about prepositions too. A preposition is a word which is usually placed before a noun or pronoun in a sentence to show how it is related to some other word in the sentence. The noun or pronoun is called the object of the preposition and is governed by it. For example, in the sentence, "The glass is on the table," the preposition "on" shows the relationship between the verb "is" and the noun "table." A preposition indicates where a person, thing, or place is. For example, in the sentence, "There is an oven in the kitchen," the preposition "in" tells us where the oven is located. A preposition also indicates where someone or something does something, or where something happens. For example, in the sentence, "The bees flew over the flower bed," the preposition "over" tells us where the bees flew. A preposition also indicates where a person or thing is coming from, or where a person or thing is going to. In short, it indicates direction. For example, in the sentence, "Let us walk towards the gate," the preposition "towards" indicates the direction in which we have to walk. Now that we have learned about the uses of prepositions, let us look at the kinds of prepositions. In all the three examples mentioned here, the prepositions "in," "over," and "towards" govern the nouns kitchen, flower bed, and gate respectively. The noun or pronoun, which is used with the preposition, is called the object of the preposition. It is said to be governed by the preposition. So, the nouns kitchen, flower bed, and gate are called the objects of the prepositions "in," over, and towards, respectively. Now let us understand the placement or position of prepositions in sentences. The term preposition means that which is placed before. A preposition is usually placed before its object, that is, a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. In the earlier example, the glass is on the table. The preposition on is placed before the noun table. The noun table is called the object of the preposition on. In the next example, the dog ran with them. The preposition with is placed before the pronoun them. The pronoun them is called the object of the preposition with. Although prepositions are usually placed before a noun or a pronoun, there are a few exceptions to this rule. But before we begin with the exceptions, we need to understand the two terms, relative pronouns and interrogative pronouns. A relative pronoun is used in place of a noun in order to join two sentences. Who, whom, whose, which, and that are commonly used relative pronouns. Let us take an example. We have two sentences here. The letter is his and the letter came by post today. The letter that came by post today is his, is made of two sentences. The relative pronoun that joins the two sentences by replacing the noun letter in the first sentence. An interrogative pronoun is used to ask questions. Who, whom, which, and what are interrogative pronouns. For example, who is at the door? Who is an interrogative pronoun that is used to ask a question. Now we will learn about the exceptions to the placement of prepositions. Sometimes the preposition is placed at the end of the sentence when the object is the relative pronoun that. For example, this is the kitten that she was looking for. In this sentence, the relative pronoun that is the object. The preposition for is placed at the end of the sentence. The preposition is often placed at the end of the sentence when the object is an interrogative pronoun. For example, whom are you talking about? In this sentence, the interrogative pronoun whom is the object. The preposition about is placed at the end of the sentence. The preposition is often placed at the end of the sentence when the relative pronoun is understood in the sentence. For example, that is the girl whom I study with. The relative pronoun whom is understood in the sentence and is hence omitted. The preposition with is placed at the end of the sentence. Sometimes a preposition is placed at the end of the sentence when its object is placed before it for the sake of emphasis. In the following example, she traveled the world over. The object world has been placed before the preposition. The preposition over comes at the end of the sentence. Now that I've told you all about prepositions, you can easily complete these sentences.
Yes, Daddy. I will complete them right away.
Very good, Zizi. But do you know that in some sentences, the prepositions are omitted completely?
No, I don't. But where do the prepositions go then?
Nowhere, Zizi. I'll explain. We have seen earlier about how prepositions are placed in sentences. But there are some cases where prepositions are omitted altogether. Let us see what those situations are. The prepositions for, from, in, and on are often omitted before nouns of time or place. Let us look at the following examples. He completed the work last week. In this sentence, the preposition in has been omitted. We do require to say, he completed the work in last week. She ran many kilometers before reaching home. In the second sentence, the preposition for has been omitted. We do require to say, she ran for many kilometers before reaching home. A preposition is also omitted when the indirect object is placed immediately after the verb. Let us look at the following example. She showed the painting to father. In this sentence, there are two objects. The direct object is painting and the indirect object is father. The preposition to is placed before the indirect object. When the indirect object, father, is placed immediately after the verb showed, then the preposition to is omitted. The sentence now reads as, she showed father the painting.
Look, Daddy. I have finally completed my homework. Thanks for helping me out.
Now that you have finished your homework, how about a game of football?
Surely, Daddy. Hi, friends. I had such a great time playing football with my daddy today. Moreover, I learned about prepositions. So, let us revise the important points that we have covered in this lesson on placement of prepositions. A preposition is a word which is usually placed before a noun or pronoun in a sentence to show how it is related to some other word in the sentence. A preposition indicates where a person, thing, or place is, where somebody or someone does something, or where something happens, where a person or thing is coming from or is going to, that is, Direction. The noun or pronoun which is used with the preposition is called the object of the preposition and is said to be governed by the preposition. Although a preposition is usually placed before its object in a sentence, there are a few exceptions to this rule. A preposition is placed at the end of the sentence when the object of the preposition is the relative pronoun that. The object of the preposition is an interrogative pronoun such as who, whom, which, and what. The relative pronoun is understood and hence omitted in the sentence. The object is placed before it for the sake of emphasis. A relative pronoun is used in place of a noun in order to join two sentences. An interrogative pronoun is used to ask questions. The prepositions for, from, in, and on are often omitted before nouns of time or place. A preposition is also omitted when the indirect object is placed immediately after the verb. Bye!